LA's Promise is addressing systemic disparities in public schools to make certain that all schools provide high-quality education to every child. We're addressing root problems to make certain that schools are safe, that they run efficiently, use resources wisely, and provide a high-quality, rigorous education to every student. We're transforming communities by transforming schools. We know that students and families need supports to be successful, and that's why we work with more than 80 different partners to provide valuable services and supports to students and schools. LA's Promise is looking to grow its impact. We need to get better results for the students and schools we currently serve, making certain that all students have the opportunity to stay in school, get a great education, and graduate ready for college. Currently, 40% of our graduates are accepted to four-year universities. I want that number to grow higher and higher every single year. We also need to serve more schools and more students. There are many schools in South Los Angeles that need our assistance. We need to establish a network of schools comprised of elementary, middle, and high schools, all working in tandem to ensure that students stay on track and graduate ready for college and career success. Our ultimate goal is to establish a model of transformation for public schools, in-district reform that ensures that every child has a great opportunity to be successful in school. LA's Promise is looking to make impact on two major outcomes: that students graduate college and career ready. South Los Angeles has historically experienced a 45% four-year graduation rate. That number is unacceptable. We're working with our schools to increase that number every single year so that students stay in school and they graduate ready for 21st century careers. To accomplish this, we're turning around schools and communities' culture. We have high expectations for adults and students alike. We also put into place a rigorous and innovative instructional program that challenges students and supports them to be successful. We work with the school to have effective management of the school operations and resources to make certain that every dollar counts. And finally, we work with an array of community partners to provide high-quality wraparound services that support the student's success. LA's Promise is effective because it maintains a focus on results. We are strategic in putting forth the practices on school sites to bring about the changes that we want. If they're not working, we're looking at data to establish how we can improve on those results. What also makes us effective is that we pursue in-district reform. We're trying to figure out how to systemically improve public schools. Through a public and private partnership, we are maximizing public dollars spent in schools, augmenting those dollars with private resources, and ensuring that those combined efforts result in the desired outcomes. LA's Promise measures its success along three distinct metrics. The first is student proficiency in state exams. The second is in graduation rates, and the third is in 2- and 4-year college acceptance rates. These metrics represent students' mastery of core subject content areas and their ability to engage in the modern workforce. LA's Promise's unique and aggressive approach profoundly impact each of these indicators. LA's Promise has established a new operating protocol for outside agencies to manage public schools. It has established a first-of-its-kind performance contract with the Los Angeles Unified School District to manage traditional neighborhood schools that are distinguished by two critical elements. The first is we are not a charter school operator, nor are schools charter schools. They're neighborhood public schools that are open to every student in that community. The second is that we establish the schools as hubs of community services, where a number of different services are linked to the schools, the students, and their families. LA's Promise and our partner schools have experienced tremendous success over the past 5 years. Test scores are up over 10%, and graduation rates continue to rise, having recently exceeded state and district averages. We've provided health screenings and benefits enrollment to more than 800 students at Manual Arts High School. And we've established key partnerships with organizations like Teach for America and City Year to make certain our students benefit from the best teachers and mentors. As a result of our efforts, college acceptance rates continues to rise as well. Our students have been admitted to Harvard, to Colgate, to Cal Berkeley, to UCLA, USC, and many, many more. With a depressed economy, the state of California has been forced to cut more than $1,000 per student over the past few years, essentially flat funding or gutting public education. Schools locally have been forced to reduce the number of teachers they have on staff, to shorten the school year, and to eliminate key positions like nurses and counselors that relate to students. During these tough economic times, LA's Promise's role is even more critical to ensure that schools are spending every dollar as wisely as possible, ensuring that students are staying in school and graduating college and career ready. The needs of LA's Promise students and schools are many, but the path to breaking the cycle of poverty is clear. With additional supports, LA's Promise and our partner schools will expand our Go for College program to serve more students and work with them at younger ages. We also serve to promote our best practices and our model as a transformational model for education reform. LA's Promise seeks to establish K-12 pipelines in South Los Angeles. In order to do so, it must work with feeder elementary schools and additional middle schools to accelerate the gains we've already experienced at the high school level. We must also work to ensure that students not only go to college, but are successful in college. We must support students as they matriculate into college and track them to ensure that they experience the ultimate success and goal of graduating from college. As we do so, we will replicate our best practices to other schools across Los Angeles and beyond. We want to share our strategies to ensure that more and more students are graduating college and career ready.